In this video, I'm going to show you the easiest way to add an interactive map to your Webflow website using Mapbox. The map comes with markers that display a pop-up, it's fully mobile responsive out of the box, and it's completely powered by Webflow CMS, so adding and removing locations is super easy for you. But what makes this clonable really cool is the way that I've set it up for you. The markers and pop-ups can be styled directly in the Webflow designer, meaning you don't have to jump into custom code, and you can even update them across Webflow breakpoints, all in designer. And the best part is it's completely free, up to 50,000 page loads per month. Before we get started, I've spent over a week making this clonable and video, so if you want to help me out, I would really appreciate a like on the video, if that's okay. So if you follow the link and clone the website to your Webflow workspace, once you open the project, you're going to be on this page right here. You'll see basically our elements here. So the map elements are really cool. These are what we can customize in Webflow. And we've also got our CMS collection here. What I've done here is if you open up pages, we can go to the copy this page, and you've got this div here, and I've disconnected all the CMS stuff so that you can just basically copy this straight over. So we're going to click copy this. And then right here, I've got a blank Webflow project, and this would be your website. We're going to go into the body and basically paste this in here like that. This map by default is in dark mode, so I'm just going to go to the body and just put it as a background just for now. I've got no colors in here. I'm just going to make it black like that. And that's basically getting the front end, the UI in there. Just a couple of notes. So if we look at our structure right here, the map wrapper, this is a div that has the ID of map, and basically our code is going to be looking for this div to put the map canvas in, okay? Let's just get over our custom code as well while we're here. Just copy over our code in our head tag. We're going to put this inside our head tag here. And then we're going to do the exact same thing with our body tag. So that's now our map UI in there, plus we've got the code that drives our map in there too. Now it's time to set up the CMS, and the CMS is where all our data is coming from for our map. This is where we're going to be managing the map. You want to go to the CMS on the clonable here and just export all the data here into a CSV. We can then go to our current Webflow website, go to CMS, and we can import it into our existing locations collection, or you can create a new one. Either is fine. So I've got one already made up here. So I'm going to import this list of locations here. Now we need to go and create these fields here. So let's just go down to longitude as our first one and create a new field, which is plain text. And for all of these, all we're going to do is create a new field, which is a plain text field. The description is also plain text field. The pop-up image is the one that we're going to be using here. And our pop-up link here is going to be a link field. So once we've got all those fields connected up there, we're going to import our locations. And there we've got our data in there. With our data in the CMS, it's now time to connect it to the front end. And I want to show you something very important. If you look at my screen here, so we have this CMS list here that isn't connected, and we just want to go and connect it up to our location CMS. Once we've done that, we can drag in our location card wrap inside the location CMS div, and we can just quickly connect up all these fields to the CMS. So I'll pop up, image will go here. This is our name. And you guys can see how quickly we can just get this up and running. I'm going to put that link on the card wrap. And once we've done that, click on location, and you'll see that I've added here a bunch of these data attributes. All we have to do is click on the attribute, for example, the latitude one, and connect it up to our latitude in the CMS. Go through and do all of these fields here, longitude, description to description, and the link to link here. Now our map is actually working, but all we need to do is add our Mapbox token to activate the map. So if you haven't already, head to mapbox.com. You can basically sign in and create an account. Once you do go into your account page, you can grab your token here, your default public token. You wouldn't want to do this on like a production app, but if it's just like your website, you're a small to medium-sized business, this should be fine. So we can go over here and we can dive into our code, and we want to go to the before the closing body tag, so this code here, and here where it says mapgl.access token, in between the parentheses we can add our token just like that, hit save, and once we've published our site we can click the link and we can see our map, which is centered over Australia and has our pop-ups working nice and beautifully right here. Now we're going to basically customize it for your use case, which is going to start off by putting it over the piece of land you want to have on your map. To put the map over where you want it to start, we want to go into our custom code before the closing body tag. And you can see here, we've got a piece of code which has const map, and then it has a center pair of coordinates. This is the center position of the map when you render the page. So what we want to do is find the coordinates of where the map is going to start off. You want to go to the site called geojson.io, and you want to find the place that you want it to start off. Let's just say United States here. And we want to place a marker. You can click this little draw point icon here, and basically you can put a marker anywhere that's going to center the map. Now if we just look at our map here, because we have on this side a list, I want to just do it slightly off center. So what I'm going to do is click somewhere in the US here, maybe somewhere around top of Utah. I'm going to get these coordinates. So I'm going to copy the first 3 or so decimal places and add it to the first position here. And then 41, I'm going to copy this and add it to the second one here. So once we save this, refresh, and now we can see our map is starting pretty perfectly centered above the United States. What you might want to do as well is customize the zoom. So obviously this is quite a large map, but if you want to go over, for example, your state, we can actually see here that there is also a zoom level. So play around with the zoom and just find the right position for your map. One important thing to note is that over the different breakpoints, this map center point might change. For example, our map is currently off center because of the sidebar. We did that on purpose. But if we check out, if we resize our screen here, you can see that the map goes back to Australia, obviously, but now it's centered. Once you've added your initial desktop view for the map right here, you'll notice that the tablet view and mobile view will still be defaulted to Australia. So just paste in your center point and your zoom level to these different variables right here. Now that our map is centered over our new location, it's time to add some new markers or some new data. I'm going to add one to show you how it's done, but it's very easy. We go to our CMS here, and over the US, I'm going to add a location that I've been to in the US called El Paso, Texas. And what I'm going to do is basically find El Paso on the map here. Pretty sure it's close to here. And I'm just going to grab the coordinates. This is the first thing you want to do, is go and put in our longitude and our latitude. For our description, we can write, whatever. This is town. I've uploaded an image of El Paso here. And for the link, I'm just going to put a link to the Wikipedia article on El Paso. So once we publish this item and we refresh our map here, we're going to see we've got a marker right for El Paso, Texas. And right now, you're basically ready to customize your map. And you can also see El Paso is being rendered here in the sidebar. Finally, let's talk about customizing the style of this map, what it looks like. Currently, it's a dark map. So if you want to make it a light map, we can literally just replace dark with light, and we can save this. And now we can use Mapbox light style, which also looks pretty cool. It's kind of hard to see our marker, and when we click our pop-up is now white and blending in. This is a great opportunity for me to show you how customizing works. So obviously now we've got a light map maybe on the body. I'll probably put this back to white. And for starters, let's get our marker and make it a little bit of a darker color. Let's just say this darker green like this, which is going to be more of a pop on that light background. And we can just change this to be, black. Obviously this would be fitting with your design system, but I'm just going to show you the basic way here. We can see that our marker is now darker green and we've got a black pop-up. If you haven't already liked the video, I would appreciate that like very much, and subscribe for more cool videos about maps. And if you've got any questions, put them in the comments. Have a great day, and thank you for watching this video. Take care.